Hi and welcome to the channel. Now today I thought it'd be a bit of fun really to look at these Nintendo 64 games, because this particular one caught my eye. Now I do go around the shops and look for some old hi-fi to bring to my channel. That's what I normally do, but I do bring up a few odd bits and pieces, a few random items. And I'm based here in the UK, but we will be looking at some American games as well. See what they go for here in the UK and what their counterpart goes for in America. Now this is all to do with condition. Apparently this is condition, and there are even firms that actually seal it up for you, put it in a box and give you their rating. And we're going to come across a couple as we go through this video, and they charge a service for that. I think it ranges from about $40, £40 up to about £100 depending how fast you want to get that turned around. And obviously there is a gap here for people to buy a decent copy one, going at a reasonable price, get it verified and get some extra money out of it. But I don't know, I'm not too sure about that actual particular service. This is only my opinion. Are you getting a bit carried away? Can't you see maybe what they actually look like yourself and make your own opinion? Like I say, I buy hi-fi and they can go up a little bit, obviously with condition. The right beaten up bit of hi-fi compared with a nice gleaming one's going to be a bit of a price difference, but we don't need anyone to grade it. We can see it ourselves. Anyway, we're going to crack on. Like I say, this one caught my eye as I wandered around. £565. Now, I used to have a Nintendo 64 and I did have lots of games for it at the particular time. And of course, I've got rid of that and kind of upgraded into different consoles and that. And all them games have disappeared now, which is a shame, because obviously only if we knew the big IF, we would have kept them. But anyway, let's get on with it. This is the first game. This is AIDYN. I think I'm saying it correctly. Chronicles. This is the first image for the Nintendo 64 in the UK. And as you can see, a very good condition one there went recently for £439 sold. So I thought what we'd do, have a little look at the American counterpart. Is the American counterpart. This is not in very good condition. It says good condition. It's got a little crease on the box and a few creases on the manual by the looks of it, but other than that it's not too bad a condition. This is definitely a price difference here, obviously a bit more easy to get hold of in the US. This is $47 for the American version, so quite a big price difference there between the UK at $439 and the American at $47. I thought what I'd do is actually look for just a box version here in the UK in worse condition. Or in worse condition, is that a word, worse? I'm not too certain, but anyway, this is in good. This is the only other one I could find that sold. £312 in good condition, and that's complete as well. And if you're just after the cartridge, obviously this is quite rare. This cartridge is £105 for the cartridge, so maybe worth looking out for that one. But anyway, we're going to crack on. We're going to go to Blast Cops now. And what we're going to do here, we've got one here in the UK that sold for £595 sealed. As you can see, there's a seal, $595. So we'll whip over to America, and there's another one that's brand new sealed, sold for $152 in America. So again, obviously more rarer here in the UK, I would have thought. We're going to go just to a box one. Not new, not sealed, but the box been used, but it doesn't look in bad condition to me. The seller there in good condition. And that goes for just $24.99. So it kind of begs the question sometimes, you're just after the game in the box and that, are you really worried about the condition? I know condition. A bit like the old dinky toys, that kind of thing. It's very much condition of the box. If you've got the box, some of these boxes can be worth more than the actual cartridge, more than the actual toy. But yeah, can you get carried away maybe? Maybe want to put some of your thoughts. I mean, some of these are commanding some big bucks here. Just for a sealed or for a good condition unit. So anyway, if we go over to the cartridge only in Blast Cops, there you can see that sells for just £7.70. And don't forget, there's lots of forgeries about, and people do sell, firms do sell reprints of these boxes as well, so you can get caught out quite easy. I think it's not a market maybe for where shall I put it, a mug. Make sure you're on top of the game when you're buying these items, because you can easily get caught out, pretty much like anything else, even like buying gold, I suppose. It could be some false stuff. Okay, so on to the next one. The next one is called CONKER Bad Fur Day. This is the PAL version. As you can see, this sold in very good condition for £599 here in the UK. So we go over to the American version, and there it is sealed, new factory sealed there, $550. It's sold in the UK, and there you can see the person who actually had this originally from day one. Obviously may not be the person actually, he may not kept it continuously, but paid $9.99. So that's quite an investment, wasn't it? Paid $9 and suddenly get $500 back, would like to do that every day, that's for certain. I'd like to do it once a year, I think. Right, on to a box version. But just before I show you the box version, actually, here's just a box. This is just a box, so it just shows you just what a box is without the game. £449 just for a box. So now it's a box version, a bit beaten up, as you can see. Seller got it in good condition, but yeah, it's a little bit beaten up, £132. And if you just wanted the cartridge only, they're £81. So there you go. Let's get on to the next one. The next one is KIRBY 64. I'm getting too excited here at 400 quid. KIRBY 64, the crystal shards. Here in the UK, that's in very good condition, £400. We go over to America, very good condition again, $175. So a little bit of a difference there between the two. Obviously just a little bit harder in the UK to get hold of, I would have thought. Or they're catching up in the US, or maybe prices are falling over there and we haven't fell here. You know, it's all interesting stuff. Like I say, sure, these go up and down, and I'm sure people do buy some of these games at low price, you know, getting some low bids, and now and again actually end up, you know, winning one and getting it back and just relisting it. You know, keeping the condition the same, or maybe upping the condition, your own, you know, actually personal faults of the condition, and making a little profit. So I'm sure there's some things to be had there where you can actually buy these at a low price, even on eBay and places like that, and keep them for a few weeks and sell them back on again, and maybe get a little bit of a profit out of it. So there's a box one. This is the cheapest box one in good condition that I could find. That was £299 that went for. And if you just want the game, I say just the game, the only one I could find that completed actually had a manual with it, and that retailed for £125. Okay, the next game is Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside. This is the UK version, the PAL version. As you can see, this is graded 85 plus. This is new and sealed, and this goes for £2,995. It's sold for. Not too sure why you need to have this grade, and it's a bit beyond me really. If if it's in good condition, it's sealed. Surely that's enough, but it does command a premium being in these little plastic cases, and I'm sure that if I still had a brand new box in absolutely mint condition, I can make out myself what kind of condition it's in, rather than someone telling me what condition it's in. But there you go, people do buy this and they go along with this, but at the end of the day, I think you're paying a bit over the top for it. That's only my personal opinion. If we go over to the American version, this is a different grading company with 8.5. So if we do 8.5 out of 10, that'd be 85. If you kind of equate it that way. This is again is sealed, and this went quite cheaply over there for $190. So quite a big difference between the UK and American market there in this particular game. If we pick up one that's not graded, not in great condition, it's acceptable there, boxed, comes right the way down to £14 here in the UK. And if we just want the cartridge, that's easy available for £5 or $4.99. Okay, on to the next game. We're going to go PILOTWINGS 64, and this is new sealed again, with that grading system of 85, and that went for £450 here in the UK. If we go to America, I've got a couple of versions there. I've got a 7.5, couldn't find an 8.5, but a 7.5 went for $499, and just getting one less at 6.5, it makes a $200 difference at $299. So this grading system does come, just come at a price kind of thing, just for that one notch. But does it really matter that much that the box is just slightly better than the previous box? I don't know. That's only my opinion. But anyway, if we get just a box version here in the UK, this is in good condition, it's kind of acceptable good condition. That comes right down to £10. And if you just want the cartridge itself, there you go, £5.99. On to the next game. This is Resident Evil 2 in very good condition, £400. If we go over to America, in great condition here, this is $199. Pretty much the same kind of condition there. Back in the UK, I couldn't actually find another Resident Evil boxed at a cheaper price as recording, but here's the cartridge only, so obviously quite a rare game anyway. For cartridge only in acceptable condition, went for £67. Next game we're going to be looking at is Revolt, a great racing game. You should love this game. £880 this went for, in very good condition, sealed here in the UK. If we go over to America, this is factory sealed again. It's been graded 7 though, so must have a little bit of maybe some dents in the box, etc. But it is sealed, and that went for $199 and graded as well. If we just get very good condition, this is the only other one I could find. Revolt, so another game that's maybe a little bit more hard to get hold of, but this is the latest sale as of video recording. This went for £59 here in the UK, so it's in very good condition. And just the cartridge only went for £8.70. Okay, on to the next game. This is what pretty much started off after me seeing that game in the shop. This is Rush 2049 in the UK, went for £515, and that was complete in very good condition. Don't forget, I see it in that shop for I think it's £5.95 with the manual missing. So this one's pretty good. I should imagine if you're collecting to get the manual for £515. We go over to the USA, and there it is in excellent mint condition, complete in box, and that went for £134 in the US, so quite a lot less than it does here in the UK. I found a kind of beat up box version there. It was complete though, but a little bit more beaten up, and that went for £335 here in the UK. Obviously a game hard to get hold of. That was the cheapest one I could find box at the time. And one non-box there just for the cartridge was £125. Now, talking about just for the cartridges, obviously there is games about that are pretty much scarce with the box and just sell cartridge only. And one such game is STARCRAFT 64, an hard game to get hold of by the looks of it. And just the cartridge is a big £449 here in the UK just for the cartridge. And if we pop over to the US, there's another cartridge there for £599. This is actually in the US. This was in America. This was in Australia actually. But if you convert it as Australian dollars, $599 to US dollars, $389 US dollars. So quite an hard game to get hold of. Commands quite a big price just for the cartridge. Okay, I thought I'd look at free games costing quite a bit less than the other games now. We're going to come down to about the £100 bracket, somewhere around there, maybe an investment. Just a game that we're going to look out for, or I'm going to look out for in about a year's time, see how much this has fluctuated. Something maybe a bit more affordable here. The first game is ROBOTRON 64, and as you can see, in very good condition here in the UK. The last one sold for £100, and that does look in very good condition. So we go over to America. There again, it's in great condition again there. Boxed is exactly the same as the other one, pretty much same, very good condition, and that sold for $49. So it's obviously cheaper there, half the price kind of thing. Maybe that's going to creep up in America. Maybe that's going to come down in the UK. It'd be interesting to see how they transpire, should I say, over the next year. That's something to look out for. Anyway, going back to Robotron, in a bit worse condition there, in good condition, £65 in the UK. If you're just collecting cartridges only, it's going to cost you £30 at the moment, Robotron. Like I say, one of these games to look out for. I've got 3 of them. That's the first one. The second game is Mortal Kombat TRILOGY, and in the UK in nice condition, though that looks a little bit more less than nice condition to me, a few rips in the box there, but that went for £100. Go over to to America, the USA, and similar-ish kind of condition there. Try to find them as close as possible, $139. Back to the UK now, quite beaten up here. No insert, but you can pick up these inserts here, there and everywhere. Went for £22, and if you just wanted the cartridge, that last one went for £29, so it actually went dearer for the cartridge than it did with the cartridge in box, or part box, shall we say. And the last game is another favourite of mine. I do like these racing games, Top Gear Rally 2. Last one in very good condition, like new, they've got it listed there, £99. In America, this is in great condition again, and this is $149, so not too much between them two. Going back to the UK now, a box condition, in good condition, this is one of the cheapest I could find, was £59, and just a cartridge would cost you £19.90. So it'd be interesting to see them 3 transpire in the next year or so. Come back to this video, like I say, in about a year's time, and see how everything transpired, how they all changed. Did they go up or down? Is this really an investment? People just collecting these for themselves to add to their collection? It's going to be quite an expensive collection, I would have thought, if you're going to pick up every single cartridge, especially boxed, and especially if you're going to get them graded by them companies that do the grading. But just a little video I thought I'd put together. I hope you enjoyed some of that. Like I say, we'll come back to it. I wonder what your thoughts are on collecting these Nintendo games, and always a little bit wary, because this is electronics as well, and you pick up one of these games, especially these sealed ones, they actually work, and also these other ones that are boxed and been used after a little amount of time. In years to come, are they still going to be working, should I say? And if not, can you get them to work? All bits and pieces, like any electronics things, do fail from time to time, so bear that in mind, maybe if you're forking out a lot of money. So that's it. Until the next video, I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.